Welcome to the Gamescape, everybody. My name's Jarek, and today we're back in Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. This is episode 170 of our playthrough. And in our previous episode, we started out with Valric and company at Bone Hill, which was the only accessible site on the map that was left that we could reach. We went in and had a pretty stiff fight with a bunch of demons. Unfortunately, I hadn't rested before I went in, so I couldn't get the party completely buffed up like I normally do. We did get through it fine. It was a little bit more of a fight than maybe it needed to be, and to be fair, there were quite a few enemies coming at us. At least it felt like there were more than usual. I don't know if there really were, but they just seemed like they just kept coming out of the woodwork there. We did manage to recover another set of puzzle pieces in the cave there at Bone Hill. So once we had a chance to rest and such, we finished exploring the cave, and then we went back out and returned to the final veil, which was the last of the puzzles that we needed to complete before we could do the Heart of Mystery. That puzzle wasn't easy. There was only one square that we knew for sure that it had to be, well, we knew what half of it had to be, really. And then there were two other tiles that we knew had to be one of sort of a set of combinations, but we didn't know which was which. And so there was some experimenting, and it took a little while to figure it out. I did manage to finally get it solved, and I think this was the first one where I didn't completely feel like I was just flailing around. I mean, there was some guessing going on for sure, but it wasn't like I was completely lost most of that. So that was something, I guess. About all that's left now is to find the pieces for the Heart of Mystery. Each of these other puzzles we solved has put the border pieces into the Heart of Mystery puzzle. Now we just need to find the pieces to finish that. So I have a bad feeling that they are going to be behind that 11 fort that's just north of the final veil on the map there. Taking on a level 11 fort is going to be rough, especially if the thing that's guarding it turns out to be nothing. The thing that the fort is guarding turns out to be nothing. That wouldn't be great. But I don't think that's going to be the case. The forts on the map generally have been guarding something, right? And so I think that it's probably going to be worth trying to get in there at some point. I don't know how long it's going to take us to get to where we can take on an level 11 army. But I know that our main army is getting up there. It's level 9 now, I think. Might be 10. I can't remember. But anyway, the other thing that we still have for sure, well, a couple of other things that we still have for sure. We got to get back to the Ineluctable Prison, because I know we have at least one quest to finish in there. We have to deliver that sword to the spirit, which we kind of, I kind of forgot to do while we were in there. And then we also, have Nenio's, masks that we need to find, which I don't know where they are exactly. I'm suspecting one of them's probably in the Heart of Mystery, and I don't know where the other one is. So it's possible that we missed it somewhere along the way. We did miss a couple of puzzles or a couple of those button puzzles in the Ineluctable Prison. So I guess it's possible it's behind one of those too. I just don't know how we're going to figure those out, because there weren't really any clues that I could see as to what the order of those buttons were. Anyway, for now, we're going to have a bunch of work to do on the campaign map, but we do have some Elven notes for the storyteller, which is why I'm standing out next to him in the snow here. And so we're going to talk to him here real quick, and we're going to see if he has anything else for us. So we have a page, another piece of evidence from the past he's forgotten. We have several of these. I think we've picked up quite a few. Same. All right, here we go. The storyteller clenches the pages you brought. His voice becomes a bit younger and more energetic. I'm sitting on top of my tower. In my right hand is a goblet of warmed wine. In my left, bark-covered notebook. I breathe in the ash floating in the air. The wine leaves a bitter taste in the soot of my lips. It's been about 100 years since I returned to Golarion from the Abyss. 100 years spent on research, hard work, and rare journeys. I turn the page of the notebook. The wisdom of elves and the cunning of the demon lord of Baphomet are gathered here. There's the description of how the purple crystal from Lucianera works, and my own observations about Ribcarver, Demon Lord Descari's scythe. I know everything written in it by heart, but I keep paging through it all the same. Touching these pages makes me hopeful and strengthens my resolve. I've gathered everything I need to connect Golarion to another plane. I'm close to saving the smoldering embers of Golarion, hiding them from Earthfall. Just a little bit more, a decade or 100 years, and everything will be ready for the ritual. A cold shiver runs down my spine, and I smile. Kinney is trying to get into my tower again. A world of ruins presents many opportunities for a thief. Forgotten ancient treasures left behind by their owners are there for the taking. These objects are not so precious nowadays, but they fetch a good price on other planes. However, my friend stubbornly continues to try and evade the protective traps of my tower. He got caught. Predictable. The tree guards safely entangle Kinney in their branches. You got to the third floor of the tower today. Nice try. I smile, sip my wine, and turn the page of the notebook. My friend will have to wait a little longer before he's released. I'll finish my wine first. All right. So tell me about Galarian after Earthfall. Storyteller gulps. It's frightening here. Many people have perished. Cities have turned to ruin. The few of us who are holding on fall deeper into degradation with each passing day, turning into barbarians or bandits. Not a week goes by without someone trying to attack my tower and rob me. But my spells are strong and my guards are impeccable. Hungry and crippled, the riffraff leave my tower in search of easier pickings. I watch them go and feel no mercy. They deserve their fate. They should have fought like me, but they chose the easy path of plunder. And why does Kinney keep trying to get into the tower? Storyteller shrugs and frowns. All this started with an innocent joke when I boasted to him that my tower is now the safest place on Galarian, and he decided to prove me wrong. It's been 20 years since then, and it's become a very long-running joke. Once every few years, Kinney tries to get into my tower secretly and steal something from me. My precious book of research notes, or the heart of the tower, the purple crystal we got in Illusionera. I play along, truly happy every time my friend comes to visit, but deep down I start to worry. All right, well, please continue. Kinney takes the goblet from my hands, but is not in a rush to drink it. You would learn so much if you didn't sit here guarding your secrets, he says to me. I smile. Not every secret must belong to the world, my friend. Precious stones lose their shine when they pass through 100 hands. In the same way, knowledge is distorted and truth turns into tall tales. This is why I sit in my tower guarding what I have created and what I have obtained from others. My friend only shrugs and stops talking, dissatisfied with my answer. I start to think. When did Kinney and I drift apart? He blames me for dragging my feet. He says I should have opened the rift to the other planes as soon as I returned to Galarian, and now it's too late. The jewels of our civilization have already perished, and soon the rest will too. He thinks we've lost, and now my research is simply dangerous. I don't answer his reproaches. They are somewhat fair. I could have tried to save Galarian 100 years ago when Nocticula, my former lady in shadow, upheld her part of the bargain and decrypted Baphomet's notes. But instead of fulfilling the goal I set for myself, I decided to spend a little more time on research and preparation. It will take a year, I told Kinney back then. But after a year, I needed 2 more, and then 10 more years. The world was falling apart around me, and still, I lingered, the storyteller frowns. So why are you taking so long to connect the planes? I don't know. My actions are unclear, even to myself. I seem to have burned out. I look at people surviving on Galarian, and I realize I don't want to save them anymore. Who needs a handful of rabble who have already forgotten how to write, who get by with a vocabulary of 30 words? I haven't abandoned my idea. Oh no, I will see it through sooner or later. It's my life work. I can't just abandon it, but not now. And why is Kinney against opening the portal now? Storyteller frowns. My friend thinks that it's too late, that my experiment in merging the planes will be dangerous for the entire universe. Who knows what consequences the merging will have on the plane I choose? What will happen if I merge Galarian with Heaven, or an Earthfall happens to it too? Before, when Galarian civilizations were still fighting, together we could have surmounted Earthfall's consequences. But now there's no doubt that only war and death await after we merge the planes. Kinney always supported you before. What changed? I've thought about it many times. Over the years he spent on Galarian, my friend gradually lost the fire in his eyes. His opinions became more and more careful. He stopped rushing into any adventure life offered him. Storyteller sighs. He got old. We both understand that his life as a half-elf is almost over, and I still have several hundred years to live. We realize that soon we must part forever. This thought keeps us from talking like we used to and making plans for the future. Kinney seems distant. Storyteller's silent for a long while, subdued in his thoughts. The terrible thing is, I don't feel sad, accepting our parting as a given. I condemn myself for this, but I can do nothing about it. Kinney will leave me, and I will drink a goblet of warmed wine to remember him. And then I will return to the laboratory to continue my research. My friend has become a stranger to me. All right, well, please continue. It happened, what I had been expecting for the last 10 years, what I was ready for. Kinney, my friend, took advantage of my hospitality and stole my research notes. They contain knowledge I gathered over the years from the most dangerous sources, and I have only partially deciphered them. Some of the knowledge will now be lost forever. He didn't even leave a goodbye note. He just left, never to return. I'm standing at the top of the tower with a goblet in my hand. There's no anger, no sadness in my soul, just doomed emptiness and fatigue. I bring my lips to the wine, but taste nothing. We go our separate ways from here, my former friend. I used to adore our friendship, looking for approval in your eyes, but now it has become a burden. It dried out like a shriveled orange peel. I inhaled deeply, filling my lungs, and tossed the wine from the goblet. Entering the laboratory, I open a secret door and take out the real notes, not the skillfully crafted decoy I put for Kenny. I will finish my life's work and will merge the planes, even if there is no longer any point. I can't do otherwise. Storyteller runs a tired hand over his face, but tries to smile. I feel exhausted suddenly, like I'm feeling the entire weight of all the years I've lived. But this is not the end of my story. I know there are secrets of my past that we are yet to uncover. All right. We've asked him about most of this, I think. Let's go ahead and move on from here. It's been a minute. I wish you interesting adventures. Thanks. All right. So, like I said, we have a little bit of work to do. We can try and get back to the ineluctable prison at the very least. That's probably worth doing. So let's go ahead and head on out of here, and we'll gather up the party and see if we can find a quick way to get into the prison. We'll have to see which door is open, and we'll try and teleport as close to it as we can. Or what we might do is we might get close to one and then just rest until it comes around. All right. So let's bring our normal party out, and we will see where it is. Where is the open entrance? First one is here. That one's closed. That one's closed. That one's open, but I can't get to that one. Well, I probably can, but it's not going to be easy. So let's do this. Let's just sit tight here at Dresden for the moment. We have two places we can teleport to. We can teleport either to where is it? Oh, the other thing we have to do, we can teleport here to Treasonholm. The other thing we need to do is go to Areelu's laboratory and finish that key, the key crystal. I don't know if it'll be worthwhile, but we should do it anyway. We can also now travel here to the Castle of Desires. So this one is really close to one of the portals, so that's pretty good. So, but unfortunately, Areelu's laboratory is close to nothing. The closest place, actually, it's just going to be quicker to walk. You know what? Let's just do it. Let's head to Areelu's laboratory, and we'll kind of see how the prison and stuff is going to move, how the doors are going to open for us, and we'll try and get to one of them. Continue. Not interested in fighting anybody. Okay. Let's just hold up here, and let's hit the screen here. We have something here on the Crusade screen. Let's see what we got here. Strengthening the diplomatic connections. Diplomatic relations have improved. The Diplomatic Council requests that a Crusade leader attend their meeting and receive an updated report. We will get back there. It's not going to be right now, though. We have a decree that we could do. I don't want to do this. This is nothing. Oh, Drake training's up, though. Let's do that. 7 days for that. Generals gain the pet Drake ability. Summon 1+ power divided by 2 Rift Drakes. So that's decent. Hopefully that's decent anyway. I'm still thinking maybe it would have been better to take the poison, but it's what it is. That's fine. All right, where are we at here? We got what do we have here? We have 1 day left before we can recruit ourselves more signifiers, which I think we're going to do. There's your reinforcements coming down, so we're going to continue their march. They should get there, I think. They're going to be really close if they don't quite make it. Oh, they're exactly made it. Very nice. Let's go ahead and get these guys merged together. I'm going to cut these guys loose to make room for our paladins, which I don't know if that's a good trade or not, really, but in fact, you know, it's probably not. It's only 8 paladins. Let's just hold the paladins back. Let's keep them in there for right now. We'll keep the paladins here at this fort, and we'll see what happens. All right, so now we are level 9. Yep, still level 9. We might go to 10 after we get these guys leveled up, though, so we'll have to see. That's okay. All right, Crusader Army 8. She is heading. You know what we could do? You know what we could do is we could run her down here, and we could cut her footmen, paladins, and archers loose too, and merge them here, and we could have one bigger army. She could take the the 14 stack of divas, and she could just head back to Dresden and get herself a new army built up. That might not be the worst idea. We have an army here at Gloomy Gorge, and we have one at Dresden, so I'm not worried about defense. We're okay for defense. I think maybe we're going to do that. So let's take her. And let's run her down here. 121 moves. That's going to be 2 days and change. Okay, that's fine. That's good. That's his army. He's getting built up there. He's got 17 of these hardened veterans. That's something. Mendevian Cavaliers, decent. All right, cool. That's it. So let's go ahead and rest. Let's get back. Actually, we have to get out of here. Okay, let's go ahead and rest.
You had this funny look on your face back in Canabris when you were watching the poor little kids whose houses had been burnt to cinders. Were you missing the days when you weren't weighed down with armor? Back when you didn't take orders from nobody?
I do get sad sometimes when I see little kids and remember my childhood. Not because I miss the freedom of running wild in the slums, but because I remember my life before then, before I became an orphan.
All right. We'll just got some ability damage. We'll have to take care of that when we get a minute. Okay. So this is still closed. This is still the one that's open, so that's all right. We'll get there. Let's continue on towards Areelu's laboratory. All right. Remember, let's have you do a heal on him. That should cure his ability damage. If I remember right, it does. Okay. I'm not expecting any trouble here, so I think we're going to hold off on buffing up. I am going to get Valric and Sela on their mount, though, just in case.
No reason to pause.
Because we've cleared this out. So we should be good to go here. Old cauldron. Smell of alcohol still lingering around it. All right, so we need her crystal projector, which I thought there was one right here, but maybe there's not. I don't remember exactly where it is. Let's see if the map gives us anything here. Main part of the laboratory. Also main part of the laboratory. This was it here, right? Yes, I think this is where we need to be. We'll move into here and we'll see if this is it. Pretty sure it is. Or this was maybe the smashed up part. It could have been the main part of the laboratory where the crystal projector was. All right, well, that's all right. We'll just keep moving here. All right. Let's see. Here? Oh, I sure don't remember. Apparently it's not in here. I don't think it was in here. This is just like a little library. Cave-in looks like it happened a long time ago. The rocks and rubble have been compressed almost into a single mass. Nothing we can do with that. Part of the laboratory. Maybe. Ah, here we go. All right, before you use some kind of magical device, it looks old and broken. Large, oddly shaped crystals wedged tightly into the slot in the device will touch the crystal.
Day 4, Frost 4632. Experiment, wounded demons. Subject, a Lilitu and several lesser demons maimed in battle with crusaders. The fusing of body parts of different life forms has been done many times before, and is of no interest to me. The focus of this experiment is the fusing of souls. Desired result, to preserve the specific abilities of the donor subjects in the final fused entity. The idea is promising, and may influence my other research.
Yeah, but we can't put the crystal into that one. Okay, let's go ahead and keep moving. Lock's been battered by someone desperate efforts to open it, but the door is sealed shut. Ah, here we go. I think this is it.
A bright future awaits us.
There we go. Place the key crystal in the socket. Oh. Errand is complete. That opened a portal. Okay. Do I buff up first? Let's wait. Hopefully there's not a fight immediately on the other side. Oh. Well, now this looks familiar. Let's go right. That looks totally stable. Okay, yes, this is not stable. All right. All right, well, there's something going on here. We need to... Oh, the dropped out ones, I think, or maybe we can't walk on those, maybe. No, that isn't it. All right. All right. That's a fun puzzle.
Fine.
You called?
You require my unbiased opinion?
I will help where I can.
I'm always open to ideas. We'll make things right. I can do this.
Hey.
I'm so excited.
It's very bright in here. All right, so we got some loot. And we got something here. Let's draw some wings on this ram lizard. You want him to fly, don't you? As a child. I want a real one. I'll start teaching you transmutation soon. It shouldn't take long to master it. Only about 10 years of dedicated study. Is this Areelu Vorlesh as a child? Guessing it might be. Okay, nothing there, really. Some ingredients. Okay. I'll just run across here and get everybody down here. That's not even a trap anymore. Oh, hey, here's the path. Nice. Hey, this would be maybe her
A
home.
person can be in possession of the greatest treasure and never understand its worth. A person can live the happiest days of their life and not know that it will come to an end.
Okay, not seeing much here. Cradle's creaking as if it is quietly humming a tune. It is empty. Flower that would clearly picked somewhere in the forest, then diligently but clumsily potted. Wooden horse is worn around the area where the rider would sit. Child's drawings depict various magical beasts in the second, more assured hand that clearly belongs to an adult. There are annotations about wingspan, diet, and other details. Okay, what's this? Note from the box. The handwriting in this note is similar to that on the pages of the Lexicon of Paradox. I knew you would get through the lock, so I hid the wand of teleportation elsewhere. I thought we agreed, no excursions to the outside world until after your transmutation lesson. Well. Okay. Okay, we got an old map. This map seems to depict a region of Sarkoris before the opening of the wound. It has roads, rivers, and bridges marked on it, as well as numerous notes such as hunters spotted in spring, avoid, guards caught a witch on 3 Rova, nothing suspicious since, and high road groups often move up to and from threshold, avoid. Flower, yep. Saw that. This is the cradle. This is the thing we just saw. Child's drawings. Wooden horse. Oh, there's something else over here. It's a vial of magical formula. Label on the vial reads for summoning. Huh. Okay, here we go. Handwritten and artfully illustrated textbook on magic. The margins are filled with doodles, clearly done out of boredom. All right. Okay, this is the corner of the map here. Oh. Got a summoning circles here. Let's not step on those. Thing off to the sides.
When planting a seedling, give it soil, space, and moisture. Nothing can grow in cramped captivity.
Okay, whatever. Experiment. I'm in Mom's lab messing around with reagents. The circle is almost ready. I think I just need to place a vial of the summoning formula here. Let's see what happens. This is going to be fun. So we'll have to put that vial we just picked up here.
Do not fear. Do not waver.
Huh. Interesting. A projection was able to summon a Baylor. That's something.
Cover me, all right?
Nini, let's see, what's his saves? They're good enough. She'd have to use one of her good ones. It's all right. Let's just do it. I know you're watching. You would never leave me in danger, would you? But you let me learn things, try things. Oh, thank you, Mom. But one day I will sneak out without you noticing and will do everything my way. Okay, he's got a magical longsword. Unholy longsword +1.
I agree.
Alright, not quite done looking around here yet. There's a whole lot of nothing on this big old map, isn't there? I guess that makes sense. We're kind of in like a dream reality thing here. All right, let's go through this portal. And we're back in this place, although this is a different area.
Rely on me.
We've got a big old hook of some kind here. A couple of them.
Questions, questions. What is to be done with vanquished foes? What is to be done with treacherous friends? I know the answers to these and to many more questions.
Sounds fun. Set raid Devami. See what he has to say. The ghost standing before you used to be a tall man built like a warrior, but death has twisted his features and bent his back. His eye sockets are empty, his body mutilated, his face a mask of insanity. Forgiveness, I beg forgiveness. Nobody else should suffer for what I've done. I've had to protect the people of Sarkoris. I killed. Who are you, ghost? I shouldn't have taken her to Threshold. I should have slain her where she stood. She didn't resist for the first few days. She didn't even understand where she was or where we were taking her. She just kept repeating, I promise, I promise. What are you talking about? Only half of our unit returned. A nasty fight. We thought the witch would be alone. I didn't know. I killed, but I had no idea who I was killing. I shouldn't have taken her to Threshold. Okay. What are you seeking forgiveness for? Insects, chittering, squirming, eating my eyes out. I can see through them. Yes, I can, although they're no longer in my sockets. They eat, and I watch until the end. What are you seeking forgiveness for? Shouldn't have taken her to Threshold. You are insane. As if awakened by your voice, the ghost raises his head and speaks in the assertive tone of someone accustomed to giving orders. I am Sari Devamai of the Foundblast clan, the first hunter of Threshold, protector of Sarkoris. I am the witch's nemesis, the best hunter of my land. I received an order to capture the witch Areelu Vorlesh, and I carried out that order. I brought her to Threshold as a prisoner. I killed the witch's accomplice. I killed him. You've been stuck in this world for too long. Let go of your past and go face Pharasma's judgment. You forgive me? The ghost whispers. Then he shudders, utters a deep sigh, and slowly vanishes into thin air. Okay, we have denunciation. I beg to inform the first hunter and the high interrogator that the prisoner Areelu Vorlesh is covertly preparing a ritual of unthinkable scale. If she is not stopped, the consequences will be devastating. I beseech you to be prudent. Prisoner Opon. Okay. Got a interrogation record. The prisoner was asked 3 questions. What was the source of her sinful power? Who taught her the craft? And what deeds was she intending to pursue by using it? Having not received an answer, the interrogator called first for the use of simple means to loosen a criminal's tongue, but for the more intricate tools to be kept in clear view also, for the purposes of intimidation. When these measures failed to produce results, then that's the end of the record. I mean, the things that we're getting here are interesting from a story standpoint, but not particularly useful so far anyway. Maybe they will be. Okay, we got another place here. Oh, this is interesting. We might get another fight here. I'm guessing maybe this is... Let's loot first. Nothing else in here. We might end up placing the bottle that we picked and summoning something here. Thick smoke rises from the brazier before you. In its curling haze, you can see a pale, haggard face with a bleeding spiral carved into its forehead. Who disturbs my restless vigil? A friend? A foe? It doesn't matter. I haven't spoken with anyone in so long. I'd be happy to hear the sound of any living voice. Ring of Summoning. I guess it's got the same spiral pattern on it, I guess. I don't know. Who are you? In life, my name was Opon, and I was a talented spellcaster. One of the most powerful in the land of Sarkoris. I was also the most arrogant. I believed that I could always escape from the hunters of Threshold and that my talent would never fail me. What a hollow, misguided belief. The hunters eventually caught me and locked me in this cursed prison, and I died within its walls. Now I am here, bound to this brazier for all of eternity, in a place that looks like the cell where I spent 10 years of my life and died. I've seen a letter of denunciation signed by you. Yes, the ghost whispers. Yes, I informed on her. I told the guards about the ritual she was working on. I tried to prevent the inevitable, but it was too late. So you're a rat. Serves you right then. All right, how can I help? A flicker of hope appears in the ghost's tired eyes. I don't know for sure, but I am bound by a very powerful spell and my own uneasy conscience. Both are keeping my soul from going down the path that all souls must follow. But you can try and smash this brazier. Perhaps it will set me free or kill me. Something else I'd like to ask you about. This ring belonged to you, didn't it? Yes, that is my ring. It's been so long since I felt its cool embrace around my finger. Setre Devamai's wolf took it, along with a chunk of my flesh. You repaired it. I'm glad. So you wanted to start a rebellion in Sarkoris? Yes, I did. I didn't want violence, but I guess I knew from my heart, from the start, that it was unavoidable. I just wanted to make everyone admit that we were people too. Wanted them to stop hunting us down and imprisoning us, but great changes never come without bloodshed. Could have stayed hidden much longer, if not for your bleeding heart. Yes, people always said I was too sentimental to be a rebel, but without compassion, how would I be any different from our enemies, or from evil monsters we were accused of being? Yes, I was caught like a fool, but I have nothing to be ashamed of. Areelu Vorlesh received your letter calling for rebellion. If only I'd known back then what Areelu would do, I would have declared her my enemy, not the elders of Sarkoris. Her crimes are 100 times more serious, although both stem from the same place, from the violence and anger that our kinfolk used against those who practiced arcane magic. It was Sarkoris' own poison that led to its downfall. I see. You must know that I never used my ring for evil purposes, though it is capable of doing terrible things. I ask you to do likewise. All right. So, we can send him on. Yeah, we'll do that. Farewell. You deserve to rest in peace. Thank you. I don't know what lies ahead of me, the afterlife or oblivion, but either way, thank you. Okay, so thus ends Opon. We barely knew him. All right. No, that's not what I wanted. Come on. Opon, we barely knew you. Well, this looks interesting. Why is there a trapdoor? Well, this is quite a prison, that's for sure. What do you suppose the odds are that Areelu Vorlesh knows that we're mucking around in here? All right, what do we got here? Another... it's not a puzzle. Okay, we got something over here.
There are questions that are better left unasked. There are memories that ought to rouse a storm in your soul, but instead, you look into them and see nothing but emptiness. Unknowing is the worst punishment. Knowing, on the other hand, knowing is eternal, unabated pain.
Spare me from listening to eggheads and their problems. A fist to the face, that's pain. As for knowledge, I wish I could have nothing but pain from knowledge for the rest of my life.
Pain can be endured for the sake of knowledge, but the superior approach is to acquire knowledge of how to eliminate the pain. Did you know that there are over 70 different methodologies for local and general anesthesia, including chemical, magical, psychological, and mechanical? The optimal one is without a doubt the one I prefer, the method of scientific forgetting.
Hello.
The image of Areelu Vorlesh projected by the magical device raises her head and looks into your eyes. There's no doubt at this time it's not a recording of another one of her experiments. Yeah, you wanted me to end up here, didn't you? That's why you led me to find the crystal?
So you guessed it then. I chose my bait well, and here you are, just where I wanted you to be.
Areelu's voice sounds ominous. Why did you show me all that? Your past, the prison. You wanted me to pity you?
Pity? Me? I did not throw the country that betrayed me into the demon's maw in order to be pitied. I did not do it even for revenge. I simply made a promise.
Areelu's face, usually calm, now twists in a flash of anger.
Everyone needs to be pitied sometimes. People who say they don't want it seem to need it more than anyone else. Maybe if someone pitied you back then, 100 years ago, there wouldn't be a world wound, or a demon invasion, or any other horrible things.
Indeed. I was the fearsome witch Threshold's hunters were after. I began studying rifts and soul-changing forces long before they knocked on my door. I had no intention of applying such knowledge at the time, but some temptations are nigh onto impossible to resist.
Yeah, I don't have anything else to say to you.
No need to rush off. I have a gift for you. The last in your life, I hope. You have destroyed everything I've been working on. But this is not the end yet.
My dream.
What do we got? course, a torturer. Chaotic evil undead. 500 health. 33 hit dice. Damage reduction 15 except silver. Good in magic. Immune to a lot. This guy here is Bavakia, although he's charged up with his crystals. All right, first things first. Let's get this going. And Areelu, you can work on him. You can turn on point blank as well. If it's not, it is.
I will resist.
Okay, Ember. Let's have a Hellfire Ray. Let's have a revved up Hellfire Ray if you got one. You do. On him. The Vivaki is not a problem. Let's get rid of this guy. Okay. Woljif, let's haste. Actually, I'm gonna leave the haste for Nenio.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Because she can't really do a lot to the okay, there we go. And then let's move you out of the way. Okay. Valric, you can finish this guy. And then Sela, you can come over here. I mean, it was a good try, Areelu, but I don't think it was quite enough.
Prepare yourself.
Ember's not in good shape, though. Let's... what are you, armor class 42? We can drop that a little bit. Or I could just shoot you with another Hellfire Ray, I suppose. That works too. Oh, she's probably like dazed or something. For some reason, it's not letting me do that. I'm just gonna get her away from it.
I can push through this.
Hey, Woljif.
Distract them for me.
-2 strength from it. Nenio. Nenio, let's have one of your phantasmal killers. One of the big ones. There we go. Like I said, it's a good try. Oh, he's not dead yet. That's right. All right, Valric, get over here. Get ready to chop him up. Sela, same. Make sure you're close enough. He's gonna get back up. Usually come back here. Ember, heal yourself here, probably. Okay. Woljif, sit tight there. There we go. Okay, I got a breastplate and a spear. This guy over here's got no... +2 breastplate and an unholy long spear +1. Not that impressive at this point in the game. All right, we're out of here. Why not? Okay, whatever. Experiment. Finally, that's right. At last I can try something serious. Cease your spell casting, sorcerer. You'll be brought to the threshold to stand trial. I won't leave it like this. Do you hear me? I promise. I promise. Another witch. Seize her. All right. Now you know. Empty memories. Throw on the ground that looks like a wound. Heat from the strange undying coal spills out of the opening. Oh, well, good. When you find yourself next to a strange wound like the fur on the ground, you feel a chill come over you. Come on, Valric. All right. What do we got? He is nauseated. I think Sela can do lay on hands and
No
fix
reason to
that.
pause.
Nope. That's only for 30 more seconds, so I guess we can just let this roll. And then we'll get over there and
Help
we'll
me sway from my
get
path.
whatever this is looted. That's just an S stock. We got some maps of Aviston. Okay, Valric, come on. All right. Oh, we're back out. Okay. Okay, guys, that wraps that little bit of it up. Let's hop over here. And let's wait for the prison to come up to here, I think. So let's go ahead and teleport the party. We want to go to... we're already close anyway. You know what we could do is we can go this way. We're almost on top of it anyway. Travel there. Okay, there we are. And we can rest here.
And so I'm trying to get away from the guard, and I come across this door. So I run in, and inside are all the thieflings. They're all pointing at me and falling about laughing. So I look down, and I've got no pants on. Well, do you still think mortal dreams are wondrous, magical things?
How could I not? Without even being aware of it, you created an entire story that reflected your fears. You built a whole world that prompted you to wake up when it faded away. Only mortals are capable of such magic.
I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with how many things that they have to say during rests. I don't think they've repeated anything. And we've been playing 170 episodes now and resting multiple times per episode. So that's something. All right, let's hit the campaign here real quick. What do we got here? This is that group here, huh? I don't know if I want to take them with this army. We could probably do it with the other one at this point. Where is she at? Here we go. Continue her on her way. Okay, that's it for that. Level 8 versus my level 9. It's just the problem is they're all ranged. But at the same time, we have a pretty good... we have a decent amount now. In fact, you know what we can do? Let's separate these guys out. Because we can get more of them. And they are level 7 army, just the 19 of them. Do you believe that? All right, let's go ahead and get them up. This is we got this ought to get us to about 26, I think, or 27. 26. I kind of thought that was about 7 was about what we got last time. So now we have 26 of these guys. That's a lot of nice big fireballs. You know what? I'm kind of wanting to go after these guys. What do we get from them? Just 4 energy points, but they're here. And we could definitely take them. We could also come down here and probably take these on. What do they give us? Wicked dope, whatever that is. Let's take these guys on. Let's before we go in there, though. Let's hit them with Mark of Terror. And let's just go take this fight real quick. Ooh, they're all lined up for us. That's good. We got cultist mages, wizards, sorcerers, and alchemists. I don't know who's the most dangerous here. Sorcerers have magic missiles. Wizards have probably worse than that. We can kill 28 of them, get 12 of the cultist mages, we can get 28 of them, or 58 of the sorcerers. I think the wizards probably worst. Yeah, they've got lightning bolt and dimension door. These guys have alchemical bombs. Yeah, let's get the wizards. And then we'll get these guys. Nice. And we'll kill these guys. Nice. And then we'll just, how many of these are we going to get? 96. If we drop a fireball on them, we should get them all. $64. Now we can finish them off with the magic missile. Well, that wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. Okay, so we got 2 guys left. It's too late for that. Malicious mages used to live here, all kinds of outcasts, practitioners of forbidden magic, and scoundrels who knew no fear of gods and were eager to sacrifice their souls in exchange for arcane power. Now they're all dead, and with utmost care, the soldiers examine their trophies, magic labs, storages of artifacts, and occult libraries. Daily income increased, energy points times 4. Very nice. Nope. No. Here, let's go back to the fort. Okay, looking good. And then they're done. Let's go ahead and skip to the next day here. Okay, we got one group coming up, one group coming from the side. Got a level 9 gang. Succubus and a bunch of barbarian types. That's actually quite a lot. He's going to run right by Gloomy Gorge. Oh, we'll be able to take him with his army. That's no problem. What's coming up from the south? Right here, we got level 7 army, some elementals, and lots of elementals and some cult mages, looks like. Cultist mages. That doesn't look terrible. Let's get this army. Not him. Let's get him down here to Stone Maze. And we'll let him intercept. That'll be fine. This group comes to here. Did our portal move? This is still saying it's closed. That one's still open. All right, let's combine some forces here. So first of all, let's pull them in. Now we can do this. We can boot these guys over to here. We can put them over to here. And we can put all of the marksmen there. That puts her now at level 10. I think I want to do that. And maybe that. That way these guys are boxed in. There are big heavy hitters along with them, and these guys are just really tough, so we're okay there. So there's that. And then she's just got the Areniers and some divas. I'm sure they get along great, the divas with these demons. That's great. All right, so they're gonna sit here at Lands of Yathwatch, I think. And I'm gonna get these guys. So level 10 now. Level 10 versus a level 11 fort. This fort, if I remember right, is mostly insects. It's all insects. That's a lot of insects, but we now have a lot of ranged firepower too. 244 marksmen and 26 signifiers. Got a whole bunch of shield bearers. We got our divas. That's not bad. I think we can take this fort with this force. The question is are we going to lose our, half of it doing it? That's the big question. We are not able to recruit too much at this point. We have some cuirassiers, which we're not using. We're at 18,000, so it should be getting up on a week, probably getting close anyway. We're gonna sit tight here at Yathwatch. I think, you know what? I'll tell you what. I think I'm gonna give this a little bit of think between episodes, and I think we're just gonna sit tight right where we're at, and I think we're gonna call this an episode. So that way we can, kind of plan. I can kind of plan out what our next step's gonna be. I really think probably coming here is our next step because I there's something here in the Laughing Caves. They wouldn't have a level 11 fort guarding nothing, I hope. So I think that's going to be our next step. And so we'll maybe see about getting there or heading that way at least next episode. I don't think we're going to get her up to level 11 because I think as far as I've been able to tell, and I know I'm rambling a little bit here, guys, sorry about that. As far as I've been able to tell, though, this levels up when the power of the army basically doubles after us, because we were at level 9 for a long time, and we just combined 2 level 8s, or a level 8 and a level 9 to get up to a level 10. So it seems like a 10 is like twice as big as a 9, and so on. And so we're still probably facing double at this point what we have here. And hopefully our general abilities and spells and stuff can make up for that difference. That's going to be the thing. These 12s, I don't know what we're going to do against them. It's just going to be a while before we're able to take them on, I guess. So anyway, sorry guys, that's, like I said, I'm rambling now, so I'll go ahead and stop. This can do it for this episode. If you've enjoyed it, do me a big favor, hit that like button for me. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for me too. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.